Hey, my name is Ken, and thank you for stopping by my Kickstarter campaign. So, a bit about myself. When I was about 12 years old, I had just played Final Fantasy VII, and I really got interested in the idea of creating your own worlds. So, as a little kid, I didn't know much about game design at the time. I did all I could using simple tools such as Microsoft PowerPoint and Microsoft Paint. And eventually I moved on to the RPG Maker engine, which I had been using for quite a while until I realized how much of a lack of seriousness there is within the indie game community, and especially the professional gaming community, in terms of using the RPG Maker engine. Well, after university, I worked for a while at a software trade compliance company, and I found myself absolutely depressed. So I ultimately decided to quit that job and go back to what it is that I'm passionate about, which is creating software, my own software, and creating games more specifically. And so I spent the last couple of years trying to teach myself as much as I could about programming and the usage of various engines, including Construct and Unity and Unreal Dev Kit, and just graphic design. And for the last 6 months, I've been working 110% on my startup called Levelo, and that is essentially what this Kickstarter is about. It's about the culmination of all my hard work and my decades worth of experience with game design, and trying to really create something more in terms of a career rather than just a hobby, which is where I am now. I have 5 apps that I've been working on for the last 6 months tirelessly, and I'm at a point where I've run out of personal fundings. I already bought the PC capable of rendering 3D graphics and video editing, and I already bought a ton of software, including a few game engines, but now I need help from the Kickstarter community in order for Levelo, my startup, to succeed, and also in order to release these 5 games and apps that I've been working on properly. So let me talk a bit about my 5-tier system that I have in place for Levelo. They essentially go from level 0 to level 4, and level 4 being comparable to previous generation AAA titles, and level 0 being simple apps that people can mess around with, not necessarily game related. But right now, being a one-man team, there's only so much I can do myself, including the self-funding. So why do I need initial funding and your support for this Kickstarter campaign, and why do I need to achieve my stretch goals? As far as the initial funding goes, I currently do not have any mobile devices to test my apps and my games on, which is very crucial if I am going to release these apps on iOS and Android platforms. I also do not have proper tools to create more interesting and more unique graphics. Right now I'm creating all my graphics with a mouse and keyboard. I also need to pay developer fees to distribute my games and licensing fees to use certain engines. Now, in terms of the stretch goals, I would like to see Levelo grow as a startup, and I would like to be able to release and produce more compelling and interesting content. And in order to do this, I would need the funding to be able to hire talented artists and programmers and composers to join the Levelo team, either as a temporary solution or more permanently, which is my long-term goal. And with your support, I feel I would have the means to be able to do this. So thank you very much for stopping by my Kickstarter page, for watching the video, and for your support. If you cannot support financially, there are other ways You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And most importantly, you can just spread the word about, my endeavor. And, whether you're a supporter or a backer or both, I just really want to take this opportunity to say thank you.